It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it is showtime. What's happening, everybody? How we doing? It's Wednesday, halfway to the weekend. Shout out to my Working Divas watching Working Divas Wednesday. Get well, stay well, stay well, get well. Get well, stay well, stay well, get well Wednesday. It's the Geno Jones Show. And I know you're saying, hold on, G, we can read, we can see. G, we can see you. We can see the sign. Just helping you out. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, where they have a brand new mayor-elect. We're going to talk about the new mayor of the Windy City, of the Chi, the city of big shoulders and steppers. Yeah, we're going to have that conversation. Irregardless of the enemy, we're going to rebuke the enemy. We're going to rebuke Satan. You can see on the screen, he's trying to get busy. 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Please, you and everybody you know, everybody that you like, everybody that you know and don't know, that you like and love, can't stand, hate, strangers, aliens from outer space. They cool with me too. They can watch. You can love me or love to hate me. You can just watch, but just tune in. You can watch it live, like I said, 6:30. Now on tomorrow, it's going to be a very special earlier start time. Actually, 3 hours earlier, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. We got a big play in town. So remember the movie New Jack City? I know you probably saw it like 1,000 times. How many times? You probably saw so many times, like your woman or your dude is like, I know you ain't watching that movie again. And you're like, yes, I am. Yeah, I am. How about that? Well, New Jack City with Wesley Snipes is Nino Brown. Nino Brown. We gonna control the whole city. We gonna take over the whole city. CMB. I am my brother's keeper. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. And no, his ass was not. He was his brother's keeping his brother's woman. But you've seen the movie. Well, the movie is now played. The original Alan Payne, I should say, the original G Money. Nino, CMB, man. I help you build this, man. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. Don't blow my brains out. Always business, never personal, G. Remember that line in the movie? Always, as he said, always business. Never personal. So, thank you for bringing me back on camera. So the play New Jack City is a play now. The movie is now a play. So it'll be in town tomorrow. I'm going to be broadcasting live from my radio show from the venue, and then, which is going to be like from 5 until 7, and then one of the MCs for the big play, live stage play. I'm sure coming to a city, if it hadn't already come to your city, I'm sure it is coming to your city. Shout out to my man Tretch from Naughty by Nature playing. Now, who else, what other character could Tretch play outside of Nino Brown? Hell, he could probably be a better Nino Brown than Wesley Snipes, even though Wesley, he killed that role. I mean, he was the ultimate. You hear Nino, you think of Nino Brown, you see Wesley Snipes' face, don't you? I'm going to be nice. Because, see, that's what God, see, you about to say something. That's why your screen went to dark. That's why it went black. Because you was about to say something about Wesley Snipes. Okay. All right, so we got a Tretch from Naughty by Nature, the brother to play, the original G Money, Alan Payne, got Flex Alexander, and the brother Gary Dordan, and I'm sure some more people. So remember, Thursday special start time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be 2:30 in Chicago and 12:30 out in Los Angeles. So just get ready for that Friday. We are going to return at our regular time, 6:30. Last night we started close to 7:30. if you missed last night's episode, so police chief of the city of North Charleston, Reggie Burgess, a friend of the, no, he's not, he's family. So he's family member of the show and family to me. The city of North Charleston, they've been honored to have this man on the force. He worked his way all the way up from the bottom to the top. Police chief. He's going to retire May 1st. He's already officially announced and launched his campaign to be the next mayor and the first African-American mayor of the city of North Charleston. And that election is going to be on November 5th. So we had a great conversation. It was just, if you really want to know who Reggie Burgess is, not Chief Reggie Burgess, but Reggie Burgess, the man, the husband and the father, the son, the brother. Make sure you go back and watch last night's episode. It was really, we had a great conversation. It was just, and the beautiful thing about Chief Burgess, about Reggie, is just that what you see is what you get. And his love for the city, his love for all people, but specifically his love for the city and the community and the culture. And you see it not because of what he says, but you see it, and I've seen it for nearly 20 years, by his actions and his behavior, like every day, not just on certain occasions, not when the cameras are on, like when he's off duty and he's in some jeans, you know, and just some casual gear or workout gear or whatever, and he's in his old neighborhood, running into some old college buddies, or he sees some young people on the street, even like the thugs, even the hood. Chief Burgess, what up, man? They even straighten up. The street pharmaceutical boys, they see the chief coming, they like, Chief Burgess. They respect him. They clean up that when they see the chief, they're like, hey man, it's the chief. And when the chief leaves, they're going to go back to doing what they do. But I digress. Because that's just, listen, I've been here for 20 years, just nearly, and I witnessed it. So really excited for Chief Burgess to be, and we'll be calling him mayor-elect. Now, since we're talking about mayors, and since we're talking about African-American mayors, African-American men, shout out to the brothers representing also, because you know the sisters are representing always and the brothers are representing. Let me shout out Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson of Chicago. Got a brand new mayor. He won last night against this dude, Paul Vallis, who's like MAGA in sheep's clothing, or MAGA posing as a Democrat, but he was really a MAGA dude. The head of the Fraternal Order of Police endorsed him. And I've told you many times, if you watch this show a lot, I told you there are very few more racist organizations, and I'm saying it, and I lived it. How do I know? Because I was born and raised in Chicago. So you can't tell me about the Chicago Police Department, especially way back in the day, and it may not be that much better. It's a little better. I had to co-sign because I've had some good interactions. My family members have had some good interactions recently. However, the history of the Chicago Police Department, it compares with any city anywhere in terms of racism, brutality. Detroit, Boston, New York City, LA, Chicago's history and legacy of police brutality is second to none. It's right up there with all the cities that I just mentioned, and probably a few that I left out. I'm sure a lot that I left out. So they have a brand new mate, because it's got Paul Vallis. He was a MAGA dude. So he had the head of the Fraternal Order of Police. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh. And then he made some other problematic comments talking about, here we go, critical race theory. Now this dude, he worked in education. Shout out to Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson, who was a teacher, and he was with he had some time, I believe, with the Chicago Teachers Union. So, but anyway, this dude Paul Vallis, he was head of the Chicago public schools. He closed a lot of schools, including the elementary school that I went to from kindergarten to 8th grade, Nicholas Copernicus School. Closed it down, shuttered. A lot of schools, primarily in black neighborhoods, black and Hispanic. But the majority of them were in black neighborhoods. So he made some problematic comments. He tried to do that little bullhorn, well, critical race theory. I don't know if it, then he tried to like moonwalk back. So he was going to be very problematic because he was Mr. Law and Order. We got to have more police on the street. No, you got to have police establishing relationships. Like Chief Burgess said, he said before he became the police chief, I think there was a patch, something on the police officer's uniform here in the city of North Charleston that said protect and serve. He flipped that thing. He said to serve and protect. How can you protect somebody if you don't serve them? Because your job, police officers, public officials, politicians, you are a public servant. That is your job, to serve the public. And if you are a police officer in law enforcement, your job is to serve and protect, not protect and serve. Because you can't protect somebody that you don't serve and have respect for and see their humanity. You can try to control them and basically abuse them, be brutal, confine them, contain them. That's what's happening. That's what is happening in many major cities. So anyway, so shout out to Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson. Mayor-elect Johnson, come see your man right here, okay? Shout out to you. Shout out to the west side of Chicago. I know y'all proud. Should be. But, you know, hey, he's a Chicagoan. I was born and raised there. So I'm happy for Mayor-elect. And shout out to the west side because, like I said, everybody, if you lived on the west side, if you live on the west side, if you grew up on the west side, you got family on the south side. If you grew up on the south side like me, you got cousins on the west side. Folks on the west side got cousins on the south side, if you're black especially. That's just how it's been. That's how it is, and that's how it's been for like forever. Probably since like the 19-teens and 20s and 30s when you had the big migration in the like late 30s, early 40s, early mid 40s, a huge migration in the 40s especially, kind of peaked to all the northern cities from the south. And they were just leaving, you know, farming and sharecropping, which we need to hold on to that farming because we need to be able to grow our own food now, grow our own food. That's a whole nother conversation. So don't lose that skill. I don't have it, but I got folks around me that do. Thank goodness for that. So congratulations, Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson. Come holler at your people right here. You know, South Side, Inglewood, Hyde Park, then the Gold Coast. I saw where you grew up in Austin. So I don't know if they're still living, but I had cousins that live out in Austin. So it is all good. But thank God. That was huge. So shout out to everybody that voted in Chicago because, man, you guys really saved the city because Paul Vallis was really problematic. You were going to have, basically, the MAGA cult on the 5th floor of City Hall in Chicago. That's the mayor's office is on the 5th floor. So thank God that did not happen. And in the Wisconsin Supreme Court, they had a MAGA dude that was going, if he won, then basically the MAGA cult would have taken control of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. So that did not happen. There was a woman who was a more forward-thinking, progressive candidate, so she won. So congratulations to her also. T-Bars and Chili, two of my favorite entertainers, two of my favorite ladies as entertainers. T-Bars and Chili of TLC, they got a new Lifetime documentary that's going to be coming out this summer, actually in June 27th, called TLC Forever. TLC Forever. It just shows basically their journey, and it tells, so basically it's going to tell the story. It's going to show the journey and tell the story of TLC. Of course, You can't tell the story of TLC without talking about Lisa Left Eye. Rest in peace, power, and paradise. She is among the ancestors. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, who died tragically. Man, can you believe 2002? That was 21 years ago. Wow. Man, time flies. So the documentary TLC Forever is coming out June 27th. Also in June, you know what TLC is doing? They're going out on tour. I told you about that last week. The Hot Summer Nights tour. You got TLC, you got In Vogue, you got Shaggy and Sean Kingston. So it's going to kick off in some little town in Pennsylvania, I believe. Hershey, whatever it is. June 27th starts off in Philly, not in Philly, but in Pennsylvania. So I'm sure it's coming to a city near you. Man, that sounds, I'd love to see that, man. T-Boz and Chili, they still doing their thing. Chili got a new man. Got a little swirl on, do your thing, Chili. You say, T-Boz said she's never seen her happier. So, Chili, if you happy, I'm happy for you. God bless you, sister. Do you. You do you. How about that? Happy birthday, speaking of happy, made the song, made it famous, because I'm happy. Mr. Pharrell. Pharrell Williams, that's his full government name. Pharrell, former member, you know, he was a producer, hit maker for this like producing team, the Neptunes. He was in a band called N.E.R.D. Pharrell is the big nickel today. The big 5-0. The big 5-0. The big nickel. Man, Pharrell 50? He still got that kind of kid baby face, doesn't he? Juicy J, repping North Memphis. Juicy J from 3 6 Mafia. You know, he won the Academy Award for the Best Original Song. It's hard out here for a pimp. Dun, 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 dun. It's hard out here for a pimp. Man, did Taraji P. Henson. Boy, she killed that role in Hustle and Flow. Quick, true story. So shout out to a guy named Craig Brewer, who's a native of Memphis. So he was doing like some readings and just, you know, interviewing folks. So I was in this like straight to, can't even find it no damn more movie called, I can't even remember the movie, but I played undercover U.S. Marshal. Hanging with the big boys. Hanging with the big boys. I don't know, Google it. Hell, somebody may find it. You might find it in some gas station or 7-Eleven somewhere or somebody's attic somewhere. Hanging with the big boys. I mean, it went straight to damn near DVD. So, but anyway, so we made that, I was in that movie right around the time, right before Craig Brewer, who was the producer, along with John, so basically John Singleton put him on. Craig was a cool dude, white brother, was really cool. And so he like saw, you know, he saw me, you know, when we were shooting some of the scenes and he saw me doing my thing, he was like, hey, I like you, I think I have a role for you in this movie I'm working on called Hustle and Flow. Then all of a sudden I heard he was working on it, and then all of a sudden I didn't hear from Craig because until afterwards he said John Singleton came in and put him on, but then John Singleton put on all his people, like Anthony Anderson, who was in the movie. Of course, you had my man Terrence Howard, and you had, of course, you heard me talking about Taraji P. Henson. So basically, John Singleton brought his crew from L.A., so that left me out. But that's a true story. You almost saw me in Hustle and Flow. Like Terrence Howard's part, man, I'd have killed that dude. Terrence Howard, man, what? Man, you better ask somebody. All right, anyway, Juicy J of 3 6 Mafia. As a matter of fact, so from 1998 to 2005, I worked in Memphis. I did a morning show, then I was on in the afternoon. So when 3 6 Mafia was really, really late 90s, just really like blowing up. So shout out to Juicy J, the whole 3 6 Mafia crew, my man, DJ Paul, Lord Infamous, rest in peace, power in paradise to Gangsta Boo, Crunchy Black, Project Pat, Everybody down in the 901, the North, doing their thing. Juicy J is 48 today. Juicy, man, Jay, you 48, bro? R&B singer Daniel Caesar is 28. Christopher Reed, that's Kid from Kid and Play, who's also a comedian. Pretty funny, brother. But the movie House Party, that's another classic like New Jack City. That's one of those movies that you've probably seen 1,000 times too, right? So, iconic. The Pajama Jammy Jam. Oh, you know who else was in House Party? The first one, Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence. So, Christopher Reed is 59 today. Judge Greg Mathis is 63. My dude. Repping Detroit City, even though he did a TV show in Chicago, right there around Merchandise Mart, or down right there on Columbus Avenue. Just like not even near North. Basically, North Michigan Avenue area. Folks from Chicago, y'all know that. Judge Greg Mathis, 63 today. Happy birthday to Brother Greg, Judge Greg Mathis, and Sterling K. Brown, one of the great actors of our time. You've seen him in the TV show This Is Us, and for all of us, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Well, he was in the first Black Panther movie. He was Najobu in the movie, the first Black Panther. Sterling K. Brown, who is 47 today also. I was just going to say, talking about Judge Greg Mathis, I've seen his reality show. I don't do reality shows. I don't really watch them. But I saw some of his. It was because it's about his family, and they ain't really acting like a damn fool. You know, it's civilized. Look like a normal family. So shout out to Judge Greg Mathis. And once again, happy birthday to him. And Sterling K. Brown, the great actor, is 47. All right, shout out to my number one fan, my executive producer. Yes, there she is. Hello. Thank you, Mother. Mary Dixon. I want to thank everybody else for watching. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, and God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago. Once again, congratulations to Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson. Love to have you on the show so we can have a conversation about the shot, because it's got a lot of work to do in the shot. All right, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Now tomorrow, on Thursday, if you're watching me live right now, or Thursday, a special earlier start time, 3 hours earlier, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And Friday we go back to our regular time at 6:30. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and everybody else that you know, everybody else that you love, that you like, folks that you're all right with, folks. You ain't too crazy about folks you can't stand. Maybe folks you hate. The MAGA cult, they can watch too. They can come and get some of this all they want. They can watch it and hate it and throw stuff at the TV, but just watch. How about that? Get mad and break your tablet, but tune in. We love to have you watch. Even aliens from outer space can tune in. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. And when you subscribe, share this and every episode. Go back and watch last night's episode. Go back and watch Tuesday night's episode. Go back and watch Monday night's episode, because all of it was must-see TV. Then go back and watch last week's. All of last week's was straight fire. Every night is fire. Just think of the Tonight Show with a smarter, funnier, better looking, more suave. Some other things I could say, but my mother's watching. So a funnier, finer, smarter, sexier host. And then imagine my co-producer, if he was alive, brother El Malik, can't even remember his name that he converted. Okay, don't come to me. Malcolm X, how about that? Can you imagine if Brother Malcolm was still alive? This would be his father. I would ask, Brother Malcolm, I would be honored. You want to be my co-producer? Because we come up with the content. So, I got to get out of here. Let me shout out my barber, the official barber and hairstylist of the Geno Jones Show. His name is Markel Bailey, the CEO of Designer Cuts, here to the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, Goose Creek, South Carolina, one of the suburbs here. You can check him out and check out his work, which is fire. Whatever you need, he is the hair master. Whatever kind of haircut, whatever kind of hair maintenance, whatever you need. Restoration, brother got you. On Instagram, on IG, he is Kelb Cutting Up. KELBECUTTINUP. The wardrobe consultant, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show is Miss Allie Jones, the drip director, as I like to call her. Drip is fashion. What does drip mean? What's dripping? No, drip is your gear. So you can check Allie Jones out on Instagram, on IG, LX.NCL. And a little dash down at the bottom, they call it underscore. So it's LX.NCL underscore. And shout out to Bruce Gage. Also, he's a wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check the Mario Uomo collection and the Flyball collection. It's part of the gear you will see Bruce Gage's Instagram page, which is actually Miglio di Mario Uomo. That is his main clothing line, his own personal clothing line, along with so many other designers and Flyball, just to mention a few. So you can check him out on Instagram. It's Miglio di Mario Uomo, MIGILIODIMARIOUOMO. Thursday, special start time. Spread the word. The Geno Jones Show tomorrow or Thursday live, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And until then, as always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.